DaeSean, Trace was telling us this morning you have a different look in your eyes, like you're on a mission. Is that fair? And how much of that might be motivated by this is my last year, I want to make the most of it, or other things that might be driving you?
Yeah, it's a bit of all of that. You know, I realized it's my last year. A lot of guys need like the senior leadership, things like that. I'm taking more of a leadership role. Really taking pride under like everything that I do, whether it be lifting, stretching, running routes, things like that. Making sure I'm the best at what I do every single day, and then I'm glad it's noticeable because really not really doing it to be noticed, but I'm just doing it to make sure that I'm getting the best out of my last year, making the best out of every rep that I take.
When did that kind of set in, that mindset of, hey, this is it? Was it spring, summer?
Really it was as soon as the Rose Bowl was over with. I knew I wasn't going anywhere, like obviously going to the NFL or anything like that, declaring. So I just knew that this is my last season. Got to make the best of it. Be the best for my teammates and make sure we can do everything we can to win as many games.
DaeSean, how much more confidence and traits do the receivers have as a group, having played with them for a year now than a year ago?
We got a lot more confidence with Trace. Trace has a lot of confidence in us. Basically just going out here working with him every day in the summer, the off season, throughout training camp, getting that connection, getting that timing. All of us are comfortable with him. He's been able to make plays, put the balls in the right spots for us, and we've been making plays for him. So, we all have that type of connection with him, from top to bottom. Trace makes sure he's gotten the good chemistry with every single guy he's throwing to.
And how to wrap your head around DaeSean possibly becoming Penn State's all-time leading receiver, given some of the receivers who have been through here?
It hasn't really wrapped around my head too much. Obviously, yeah, there's like the whole off-season talk, things around my name, things like that. But I'm not really worried about that. It's still, like I said, it's a testament to my career, the guys that I've been playing with, and basically just the work that I've been putting in. But other than that, I'm really just worried about winning these games, making this the best season that I've had since I've been here.
What things are you guys doing in camp to improve the starts to games, and how big of a priority is that thing?
We're doing like a lot of good stuff in the beginning of the practice before we do scout team and break out into scout team groups, things like that, and focusing on game plan. So, at the beginning of the practice, we're just getting that competitive work against each other. So it benefits both the offense and the defense. So all of us are just we're having to focus. We got to win that period right then and there. And then once we do that, once we get off to a good start, then practice goes the course after that.
Is the offense winning most of those periods?
It's a good split. Obviously, our defense is very talented. And our offense, obviously, it's like Coach Franklin makes it a competitive period, and Lou got to do push-ups. So I think it's been pretty even so far.
DaeSean, first time we talked was in Ireland. It seems like 8 or 9 years ago. I mean, what do you remember about that game, and what's different about DaeSean Hamilton now versus that day?
Well, I ain't that old, but I was at that point I was really young. My first college football game, obviously it was a pretty good game for us as a team and for myself as well. But looking back on that, it was really just I've learned so much since then, and even having a great game in my first ever college career game, I've played a lot better games than that, and I've learned so much since that game and grown as a football player. But looking back on that, it does seem like it's forever ago, and I really like how my whole journey has gone throughout college and throughout the whole course of my career. Basically all the ups and downs and trials and tribulations, but I've enjoyed the ride so far.
You embrace that, and I guess what do you mean by you embrace the ups and the downs, and what do you take from that, I guess?
Everybody's gonna have ups and downs, in any way, shape, or form. Any college football player is not gonna have the greatest, time of their life throughout the whole time. There's gonna be ups and downs and many obstacles that they're gonna have to go through and things like that. But really, if you embrace it, then that's the best way they can be able to get through it. If you really just dwell on things and really, it's kind of what I did last year. I let the pit drop stick in my mind a little bit too long. But once I was able to get past that, things started clicking near the end of the season. Then the Big Ten championship game came, and then really that's when I learned that that's basically how anybody's college football career or any football player's career is going to be. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's all about how you bounce back from it.
When do you think you let go of that?
It took me a while. Obviously, you get over it after and play the next game and things like that, like you're supposed to do. But on me, really, it just kind of just dwelled on me weeks after that game. Because then I would have drops in other games, and then I would just think back to what am I doing wrong, things like that. So really, I think I got over it near the end of the season, especially when it hit that we're going to the Big Ten championship around Rutgers, and we're starting to roll on teams and seeing how much fun we were having after that. That's really when I was able to be like, okay, this is really not anything that I have to worry about anymore. We're having a lot of fun throughout the rest of the year, and we're still in a great spot, so let's just finish and stay strong.
Everybody's
catches
been really
in that Big Ten title game big for you? Because I remember going back and watching the game again, you had a huge smile after that one catch you got off the top of your head. It just seems like, I mean, you've played a lot of football, you've had a lot of good games, but it seems like you're having maybe fun again for the first time.
Yeah, especially, you know, after, like I said, the season that I was having last year, and then, you know, finally being able to just go back and play football like how I had been playing early in my career in the Big Ten championship game. I realized, you know, that was a lot of fun, and this is really what I missed. It's not like I never had it or I lost it or anything like that. I just had to find it again, and it's not like I wasn't having fun with my teammates, but, you know, it's a different type of fun when, you know you're making plays for your guys. They're excited for you. Then you see other guys making plays off of that, and then everyone just building off of each other's, you know, playmaking ability and things like that. So it was really, that game was really fun, and, you know, yeah, it was smiles all to go around, and especially for it to be a team win like that, it just made it a whole lot special.
How much fun did you have in camp?
I had a whole lot of fun at camp. Really, camp is kind of interesting to me because, you know, I was rooming with little KJ. And I'm basically teaching him the whole offense, and then, you know, teaching him the ropes of college football, and it really brought the game in a different perspective to me. You know, being in the game for so long, I'm about 5-6 years older than KJ, and, you know, he's finally just getting his feet wet and things like that. So teaching him and then playing at the same time, you get basically both aspects of college football, and it just makes you that much better of a player and then as a leader and things like that. So, like, I really enjoyed that. He made it fun for me. A lot of the young guys, seeing how talented they are, they made it really fun for all of us. And then everyone going out there competing every day, that was really fun.
How much further ahead are you as a team going into this opener than you were a year ago at this time, do you think?
I think we're light years ahead, especially, you know, from top to bottom, how much depth we have. We say this all the time. Camp was really, really fun. It was really exciting to see how much depth we had and how much, like, competition that we had going as a whole team. But yeah, I say we're light years ahead. Obviously, we're not learning a new offense anymore. We got older guys on defense. You got guys filling their spots and guys ready to play, take on bigger roles this year as well. So really, it's like a whole totally different team from last year. Yeah, we knew we were going to be good last year with all the talent that we had, but then now looking forward to this year, we see basically how much depth we have, how many guys are getting ready to step up and play bigger roles, and building off of the success of last season, we just know what we're aiming for.
DaeSean, talking about the offense it being installed for the first time last year, opponents didn't know what to expect, probably you guys didn't either. So how much more confidence are you bringing into this year, knowing what this offense can do, but also knowing that opponents are going to be a little more prepared for you guys this year?
Yeah, last year we would always listen to Jomo saying we were going to be one of the best offenses in the country and in the Big Ten. We were like, yeah, that's nice and everything, but we still got to see how it plays out in the game. And then, you know, we didn't really surprise ourselves, but we realized, okay, he was actually right. And then now we see how much talent we have, and basically, like I said, all the depth that we have in every position. We really realized that, okay, this is going to be really fun. You know, a lot of the guys are going to be able to make plays for us, and like I said, not learning the offense learning the offense last year and then not having to learn it this year, and just basically building off of the plays that were successful last year and then putting in new stuff to get guys the ball in many different positions. It's going to be really fun.
DaeSean, how much time do you spend working against, like, Castro Fields and Lamont Wade in camp, and what you've seen from them specifically?
I've been working against Lamont since spring. He's a really quick kid. He's pretty fast. He's physical, and then, you know, they kind of expect him to try and fill that void. Obviously, he can't fill the void that John Reed is obviously since losing him, but yeah, you know, he's actually taking that role on, and he's done a really good job with it. He's been mature, and then Tariq, he's really impressive. He's a long, really fast kid. He's covering some of our faster receivers and things like that, you know, holding his zone. So, you know, it was really impressive to see how good he did during camp, and then, you know, how fast he's able to pick up things.
What are you saying to the younger guys about respecting your first opponent, you know, regardless whether it's Akron, you know, Pitt, you know, regardless who it is, just respecting your opponent for the first game?
You don't really have to tell them to respect it, because of the fact that, you know, any time that we're out here on the field, we're basically just going out here and we're working and trying to have the best practice. And, you know, Akron just so happens to be our first opponent and things like that. So we're going to approach it the same way. We know, obviously, like that Akron is going to have that upset mentality and things like that. But we don't pay much attention to that. We worry about what we're supposed to do. We're going to respect all of our opponents, you know, whether it be week 1 or week 13, things like that. So, you know, it just all comes out to how we work, you know, all throughout the week, and then Saturdays take care of itself.
Thanks, Amy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.